like a roaring fight, crypto and dreams under stadium lights, sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, we'll let the Ginch replay. Highlights, wild scores collide, it's a riot live tonight. Plays drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate, rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait.
It's January 15th, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Luther King Day, on his birthday. Actually, Martin Luther King Day is on the 19th of September. There was his birthday. Happy birthday, MLK. That was 19th. So welcome. Another edition of Early Eating Sports Buffet with the Ginch. I am said Ginch. Ryan Neff, your host. So what do we have on tap? News, notes, and headlines. And then I'll get to the big thing for the weekend, which would be the NFL divisional round playoffs. I sucked out loud last week. I had the Packers winning. I had the Chargers winning. Who else did I have winning last week? Those two didn't come to fruition. I think the others I was correct on. But welcome. So we got all kinds of stuff going on. I'll just jump right into it here. And look, I don't know why this surprises anybody. This is reported by ESPN, David Purdom. Many college players among dozens charged in point-shaving plot. More and more of this stuff is going to be the norm. You're going to see shit coming out left and right. And I'll just read this verbatim. A college basketball point-shaving scheme involving more than 39 players, excuse me, on 17 NCAA Division I teams, resulted in dozens of games in the previous two seasons being fixed by a gambling ring that included a former NBA player, according to a federal indictment unsealed Thursday to the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. 20 of the 26 defendants played college basketball during the 2023-2024 and or 2024-2025 seasons, according to the indictment. Four of the players charged, Simeon Cottle, Carlos Hart, Camion Shell, and Umar Karisisi, had played for the current teams in the past week. The allegations against Hart, Shell, and Karisi stem from the previous schools, while Cottle's alleged incident occurred in the 2023-2024 season. None of the allegations against them were from this season. I'm going to read this verbatim. Eastern Michigan said in a statement that Hart has been suspended from all team activities pending the outcome of the case, while Kennesaw State announced that Cottle has been suspended indefinitely from team activities. Authorities described 5 defendants as fixers who recruited players to participate in the scheme and offered bribes ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 to intentionally underperform. The bettors then placed and won millions of dollars in wagers on the fixed games, according to prosecutors. At least 2 of the defendants, Shane Hennon and Marvis Fairley, were also charged in a federal indictment in the Eastern District of New York centered on gambling schemes in the NBA. 3 of the other alleged fixers had connections in college basketball. That is just some of the shiz. This is a lengthy article on ESPN. I would encourage you to go read the whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing. The defendants are charged with bribery in sporting contests and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The alleged fixers are also charged with additional counts of wire fraud. The bribery charges carry a maximum sentence of 5 years. The fraud charges carry a maximum sentence of up to 20 years. Yeah. Going to see more and more of this. This does not surprise me whatsoever. with FanDuel and DraftKings and all the other shit that's out there that you can bet on. The overs, the unders, the prop bets, the X's, the Y's, the Z's. You're going to see more and more of this. Period. Excuse me, just trying to read some of the other stuff. It's pretty brutal when you look at it. And again, you just look. If some of these guys are only making $10,000 to $20,000 a year in NIL deals, and someone comes around and says, "Hey, here's $100,000 you can put in your pocket if you just fix games, and we'll give you a cut of what we win," you're going to see more and more of it. Again, it's a lengthy article. It's lengthy in its description with all the legal ramifications. Again, this does not surprise me at all. I'm surprised more and more doesn't come out in football, but it doesn't surprise me at all. It's been going on since the dawn of sports. Just with today's technology, with the social media age, the whole 9 yards. And believe me, there's probably more and more investigations going on as we speak. So this is going to be the norm when it comes to this. Sam Darnold says he expects to play against the 49ers. He was put on the injury chart with an oblique injury, but he's going to play. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't play against San Francisco in the divisional round this week. The San Francisco 49ers have said that Mr. Fred Warner, he is progressing, but he is out versus the Seahawks this week. So, I mean, if you hear me still sort of stuffed, sort of lingering effects of the cold that I had. We got a comment. I didn't see it. I apologize. Anthony Robish, back to the days of the bookie. Yeah, there we go. Back to the days of the bookie. Yeah, it's just going to be more and more of the norm. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like the other 70% of the iceberg is still under the surface, but that's waiting to boil to the top. Patrick Mahomes said that he wants to be ready for Week 1. Good luck. With that particular injury, as a Chiefs fan, I would love nothing more than to see him recover and come back Week 1. But obviously, the Chiefs will take precaution, and you don't want to rush him back too quickly. In the Eagles' end of the season press conference, I saw snippets of it. Howie Roseman downplays A.J. Brown trade talk, says Eagles wide receiver is a great player. Howie basically said and this is reported by Tim McManus, who covers the Eagles, Aspen. It's hard to find great players in the NFL, and A.J. is a great player. I think from my perspective, that's what we're going out and looking for when we go out here in free agency and the draft, is trying to find great players who love football, and he's that guy. I don't think A.J. Brown is going to be with the team. I really don't. I think Howie is just trying to spin doctor it. I think he's going to look for the best trade when it comes to A.J. Brown. Do I think A.J. Brown is going to be with the Eagles next year? Hell to the no. And if he is, I'll be surprised. I'll be really surprised. He's a passionate receiver, but he's a big diva. He's a big baby. And I don't think the Eagles want to deal with that anymore. Anthony says Sam Darnold will choke. It's a big game for him, or will not play. I don't know, AR. I kind of disagree with you. I think you're going to see a heavy dose of Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. I really do. I think the Seahawks took note of what happened last year in the playoffs with the Vikings and the way Sam Darnold entered the last couple games of the season that he had. I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to ground it and pound it. Maybe sprinkle some passes in, play action or whatnot. But believe me, You're going to see a heavy dose of the running game for Seattle this coming weekend. Some golf news. Golf is kicking back in. It's with the Sony Open this week. Rory McIlroy said, "Live Golf not signing anyone who moves the needle." Reported by Mark Schlabach. Wonder what Harry Mays thinks of this. McIlroy said, "It's not as if they made any huge signings this year, is it? They haven't signed anyone who moves the needle, and I don't think they will. I mean, they could re-sign Bryson for hundreds of millions of dollars, but even if they do, it doesn't change their product, does it? They'll just be paying for the exact same thing." I know this week Dustin Johnson got a huge contract. I don't understand the live thing. With the Saudi money, it's blood money, basically. Whatever. I don't get it. But Liv is moving to the 72-hole tournament instead of the 54. It's increasing the purses to $30 million for its 11 regular season events and $50 million for its season-ending team and individual championships. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like Charles Barkley used to say, when players say it's not about money, it's about. I get it. I get it from both points. So I see both points. Mr. Kuminga, Jonathan Kuminga from the Golden State Warriors, he's requesting a trade away from the Warriors. It's kind of been a brutal season for him and the Warriors. Their relationship has been fractured. I don't know where they would trade him. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Clayton Kershaw, he is committed to pitching in the World Baseball Classic. Don't know really what that means or how effective he'll be. But we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. I didn't even know there was a the World Base. Is it coming up? I don't know. Let me see when it is. Begins March 4th. World Baseball Classic coinciding with spring training. I think it's dumb. But that's just me. If you're going to do shit like that, why don't you just do it now? Get it out of the way. So those are just some of the news and headlines. Went over the NBA standings earlier in the week. Let me go over some scores yesterday. Raptors beat the Pacers 115-101. Again, brutal year for the Pacers. For the Raptors, your leading scorer was Mr. Ingram with 30 points. Let's see. Mr. Dick off the bench, 21 points, 11 rebounds. For the Pacers, your leading scorer was Pascal Siakam, 26 points. He had 10 boards. Excuse me. Cavaliers beat the 76ers 133-107. Leading scorer for the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell with 35 points. Evan Mobley added 13 boards. And for the 76ers, leading scorer was Joel Embiid with 20 points. Bulls beat the Jazz 128-126. For the Jazz, leading scorer was Mr. George with 25 points. And for the Bulls, leading scorer was Vucevic. Sorry. He is quietly having a nice little season. For the Nets, your leading scorer was Michael Porter Jr. with 20 points. For the Pelicans, leading scorer was Mr. Trey Murphy, 34 points. Missy added 12 boards. Nuggets beat the Mavericks 118-109. For the Nuggets, leading scorer was Jamal Murray with 33 points. And for the Mavs, the leading scorer was Mr. Marshall, 24 points. And Gafford, the center, added 10 boards. The Kings beat the Knicks 120. Oh, now it stuck me. Okay, we're going to have to do this. Sorry, technical difficulties. See, now it's just fucking with me. I've said this before. Anybody who watches my shows, technology shoves a red hot poker up my ass. Anthony Rober says Sam Darnold will choke at the. Oh, we went through that already. Mike Fuji says go Seahawks. Yeah, well, I'll make my pick later on. But yeah, the Seahawks seem to be the sexy pick this weekend. Like I said, the Kings beat the Knicks. The Knicks, your leading scorer, was Anunoby, 15 points. For the Kings, your leading scorer was Mr. DeRozan with 27 points, and Achua, he had 14 boards. Clippers beat the Wizards 119 to 105. The leading scorer for the Wizards, Mr. George with 23 points. And for the Clippers, your leading scorer was Kawhi Leonard, 33 points. Let's go to the association schedule for tonight. Celtics are at the Heat. Bucks at the Spurs. Just tipped off. Pistons over the Suns right now, 8-3. Over there in Berlin, the Magic beat the Grizzlies 118 and 111. Why they're playing in Berlin, I have no fucking idea. Just dumb. Thunder at the Rockets. Jazz at the Mavs. Knicks at the Warriors. Hawks at the Trailblazers. And the Hornets at the Lakers. Mike Fuji says, don't be sour. Never sour. I'm not sour. What am I sour about? Just some of the leagues with the stupidity that they try to do. If you're a betting man tonight in the NBA, Cooper Flag is out. He's sitting out with a ankle sprain against the Jazz. Suns Booker, he's nursing an ankle injury. He's out for Detroit. The NBA is hoping John Morant plays Sunday in London. Fat chance that's going to happen. He's him and Williams, the teammate. If you see the video, they were going at it. He is not endearing himself to his players anymore. Anthony Roberts, sexy pick like the Eagles were, but like they say, how do you drop an eagle? Bang, bang. Oh, he's talking to AR. He wasn't talking to me. Funny, haha. NHL scores from yesterday. Devils beat the Kraken. I watched that game 3-2. That was in overtime. Sabres beat the Flyers 5-2. Senators beat the Rangers 8-4. Golden Knights 3-2 in overtime. Mike Fuji says, John Morant to the Sixers Nation. Let me ask you this, Fuji. Would you trade John Morant for Joe? Straight up. Headache for headache. Tonight in the NHL, Kraken at the Bruins, the Flames at the Blackhawks, Maple Leafs at the Golden Knights. Right now in the first, Penguins up on the Flyers 1-0. In the first, Sharks and Capitals 0-0. Canucks, Blue Jackets 0-0. Later on, Canadians at the Sabres, Jets at the Wild, Stars at the Mammoth, and the Islanders at the Oilers. Just some NHL news. Blues, their top scorer, Mr. Thomas, he's out at least 2 weeks. That'd be Robert Thomas. He IR. Lower body injury is what they're saying. That's all they're saying. Mike Fuji says addition by subtraction. Yeah, good luck with that. Nobody wants to touch Embiid right now. Even if they wanted to trade him with some of the shit that he's pulled over the last year and a half, I don't know. We are fast approaching the Olympics coming up in February. That would be the Winter Olympics. Oh, yeah. Again, thanks for tuning in. Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch, Cole County Entertainment. Hey, coming up at 8 o'clock here on the Cole County Entertainment Network, Mike Fuji, Fuji's Philly Flair. He will have Angelo Cantone on. That will be his guest, so tune in over there. NCAA men's basketball, top 25 action yesterday. Purdue beat Iowa 79-72. Ole Miss upset number 21 Georgia 97-95. Number 12 Illinois over Northwestern 79-68. Number 10 Vanderbilt, their first loss of the year. They lose to Texas 80-64. Number 14 North Carolina upset by Stanford 95-90. Number 15 Texas Tech all over Utah 88-74. Number 17 Arkansas over South Carolina 108-74. Number 23 Utah State beat Nevada 71-62. Number 1 Arizona outlasted Arizona State 89-82. Number 4 Michigan beat Washington 82-72. Number 6 Duke over Cal 71-56. Number 11 BYU. They beat TCU 76-70. Tonight, only one top 25 team in action. That would be number 9 Gonzaga at Washington State. Let's give the women some love. Top 25 action yesterday. Number 14 Ohio State over Penn State 108-84. Number 10 TCU, the Fighting Militia Treebossers, beat West Virginia 51-50. Number 3 UCLA over Minnesota 76-58. Number 14 Baylor over Utah 61-45. And Colorado upset number 19 Iowa State 68-62. Top 25 action today, right now in the third ACC battle. Number 9 Louisville over number 23 Notre Dame 57-52. At the half, number 5 Vanderbilt up on Mississippi State 36-35. Right now in the first, number 1 UConn is up on Villanova 23-8. SEC battle right now in the first, number 2 South Carolina trails number 4 Texas 14-12. End of the first, number 7 Kentucky up on Florida 29-14. In the second, number 8 Michigan up on Illinois 27-15. In the second, number 15 Michigan State up on number 24 Nebraska 24-19. Later on, number 11 Iowa will host Oregon. Number 12 Maryland is at USC. And number 21 Alabama is at Auburn. Like I said, PGA Tour, Sony Open in Hawaii. Round 1 is in progress. Right now, the Canadian Mr. Taylor and Mr. Roy, the American, they are tied at 8 under. Americans Ben Griffin, Mr. Gotterup, and Mr. Vanderlaan, they are all tied at 7 under, 1 stroke back. Let's see what else. Yes, I will go to the English Premier League kicks back in this weekend. On Saturday, the early game is at 7:30 in the morning on USA Net and Universo. Man United host Man City. I've got Man City winning this one 2-1. 10 o'clock, Chelsea hosts Brentford. Chelsea sort of on a losing streak here. I've got this game being a 1-1 draw. Leeds hosts Fulham. I've got Fulham winning 2-1. Liverpool hosts Burnley also at 10 a.m. I've got Liverpool winning 2-1. Excuse me. Sunderland hosts Crystal Palace. I've got this as a 1-0 win for Sunderland. Spurs host West Ham. I'm actually have this game 2-2. 12:30 p.m. Nottingham Forest hosts Arsenal. I've got Arsenal winning 3-1. Then on Sunday, Wolves will host Newcastle. I've got Newcastle winning 2-0. And Aston Villa will host Everton. I've got Aston Villa winning 3-1. Monday, Brighton hosts Bournemouth. I think this is going to wind up a 0-0 draw. Almost 7:30 here on the East Coast, almost 4:30 out there on the West Coast. Which brings me, Mike Fuji says, Robish, your 69ers don't have a prayer. Them's fighting words by Mike Fuji. Mike Fuji's bitter that his team lost to the 49ers. I sense bitterness there. So let's go to, I'll go to the NFL first. Because I do not do shows on Fridays. Saturday, 4:30 p.m. on CBS. The Bills at the Broncos. Denver is favored by 1.5 points. I have gone back and forth on this game all week. Bills have to go through that Broncos defense. I don't trust the Broncos offense. I trust the Bills offense, but I don't trust their defense. So it's a toss-up. Somehow, some way, I just think the Bills find a way to win. I think it'll probably come down to the last possession. I'm going to go Bills 24, Broncos 21. I've got the Bills winning. Then at 8 o'clock, on Fox, 49ers at the Seahawks. Seattle's favored by 7. Went back and forth on this all week, too. 49ers are beat up. They're just limping into this game. I know the 49ers had a big win against the Eagles, but I believe you'll see a heavy dose of Kenneth Walker III and Zach Charbonnet. I've got the Seahawks winning this game 28-24. I think the Seahawks will win. Anthony Robish fighting back. I like when teams count the Niners like they did with your Eagles. They perform better. Sunday, Texans at the Patriots. 3 p.m. on ESPN+. New England favored by 3. Weather will probably be an issue. But Texans went into Pittsburgh and beat the shit out of them. And their weather wasn't fantastic as far as the degrees. Still don't trust the Texans offense. Patriots did what they had to do against the Chargers, though. Chargers offensive line is hog shit. And they're just wasting Justin Herbert's talent. Defense travels, man. It's gonna be a slobber knocker. I've got the Texans winning a close one. Texans 21, Patriots 17. Anthony Robish says Bills find a way with Allen. His KC kryptonite isn't playing. True. 6:30 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. Rams at the Bears. Rams are favored by 3.5. Gone back and forth on this one. Look, I get it. Matthew Stafford is like 1-8 in cold weather playoff games. I get it. I really get it. I really do. Temperature at kickoff, I believe, is going to be 17 degrees. That's just the air temperature. Bears coming off the emotional win against the Packers. This is going to be another one. That's going to be a defensive battle, I think. But with all that being said, I've got the Rams winning this one. Again, Rams 21, Bears 17. So there you have it. Those are my picks. And of course, I forgot to go to some The big NFL news was the Giants are finalizing a deal with John Harbaugh, reportedly worth $100 million over 5 years. Look, just don't expect any miracles. He's been to what? One Super Bowl. And that was what? That was the 2012, the 12-13 season. Am I correct? Yeah, it was 2012. Yeah. It was 2012, 2013 season. He's had great teams in Baltimore. Had Lamar, had Derrick Henry, couldn't get over the hump. Anthony Robish says he likes the Bears. We'll see. I think the Rams find a way to win. But look, again, Jackson Dart, young quarterback, franchise quarterback. Hopefully Scadaboo can come back from that injury. A good young nucleus with the Giants, but they still need to build a winning culture. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs next year? The best ability is availability. We'll see. We'll see what kind of moves they make in the offseason. I need to see what they're going to do as far as who they bring in staff-wise, what they're going to do in the draft, free agent signings, for me to make a final. It's still TBD for me, to be determined. So we'll see. There's some other NFL news. Chargers fired a bunch of people, whatever. That's right. Fire the coaches. Some of the players, I mean, again, some of the players need to take onus and some accountability. You're getting paid X amount of dollars. It's not all about coaching. Believe me, it's not all about coaching. Some of these players today are just they're soft. They pout. It makes me fucking sick to my stomach sometimes watching sports. It's just, it is whatever. Don't get me started. Which comes to, I come to the final thing of the night because I was going to wait till Monday, but I'll be watching the national championship game. Yes, the national championship game on ESPN, 7:30 p.m. on Monday, the 19th. Number 1, Indiana against the 10 seed Miami. Indiana is favored by 8.5. That's a little bit too high of a spread. To be honest with you, I think that this game is going to be like the Ohio State-Indiana Big Ten championship game. This has defense written all over it. I don't think there's going to be a tremendous amount of offense. Could be wrong. I mean, Indiana's been lighting it up. Miami's putting up some nice points. Both teams are going to be nervous. But I think it's going to be a defensive battle. Miami, fantastic story. Indiana, fantastic story. I've gone back and forth on this. I think what they're going to do, Indiana, they're not going to let, is it Malachi Tony, I believe, the freshman? Or am I thinking of somebody else? No, it's Malachi Tony. They are going to take him away all game long. And if Carson Beck can beat them in other ways, fantastic. More power to you. Indiana's just going to keep what they're doing. They're solid defensively. They're solid on special teams. They take care of the football. They force you into doing shit that you're not used to. Anthony Robish says Miami upset. Anthony, I disagree. I just think Indiana gets it done. This is going to be a ground them out kind of game. They're not going to let Carson Beck sit back there. So what they're going to do is they're going to take away Tony. And when Carson Beck gets under pressure, he tends to do stupid shit. Fernando Mendoza is always calm under pressure. I get it. People are saying the U's back this year. Yes, they are. I'm going Indiana 24, Miami 17. I think Indiana will run the table, go undefeated. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit that I'm wrong. I just see a low-scoring game, and I think Indiana gets it done by playing their game. They've never switched what they're doing. Even when they were playing Penn State and they got down, they never panicked. They won that game. They were in that slobber knocker against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. They hammered Alabama. They handled Oregon in the rematch. They're just firing all cylinders. Miami will use that as fuel. But in the end, I just think Indiana guts this one out. So, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Thanks for everybody who comments. Again, apologize for the nasal shit, but I'm still trying to get over whatever the fuck this is. So, thanks to Anthony to tune in, Mike Fuji, anybody else who tunes in or checks out the replay. As I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, and passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them, that you care about. You might not get a second opportunity. And for the love of Christ, if you see somebody struggling, no matter what the situation is, ask questions, inquire. You might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. With all that being said, enjoy the NFL, the divisional round this weekend. Enjoy your NHL games. Enjoy your golf is back on the PGA Tour. Enjoy that if you're a golf fanatic like I am. I play military golf. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Never straight. Enjoy the Natty on Monday. Oh, and again, here on the Cole County Entertainment, 8 p.m., Mike Fuji, Fuji's Philly Flair, Angela Catone is on. Check him out. He always has good guests on. He always picks their brains about X, Y, and Z. So check that out. You will see me again Monday from 6 to 7 on Early Evening Sports Buffet with Ginch. Larry McReynolds, I call him the People's Crew Chief. We are fast approaching Daytona. I think we're 5 weeks out. I believe we're 5 weeks out from Daytona. Rough off season for NASCAR. I've got many, many questions to pick his brain about. Anthony Arobis says, great show as always. Can't wait to catch Fuji Show next. Yes, check him out. But I'm going to be picking Larry McReynolds' brain about the whole Greg Biffle, that tragedy. Also, Denny Hamlin's father. How's the NASCAR community coping? NASCAR going back to the chase for the championship, which is a fucking horrible idea. You're just going backward, man. You're just going backward. It's stupid. I don't get it. I'm not a fan of it. But I'll be picking his brain. So, with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and that's for Dandy Don to take me out. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.